2TC is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6. We need to complete a Chimps game using just 2 towers. Today we're going to be doing this with the Pirate Lord and the Ultraboost, with Pim this time rather than the usual faster engineering. Now it's very key to get your Buccaneer in the correct position so that we can do this adventure, because there's going to be one round in particular that's going to make us stuck for a long time. And that round goes by the number of 99. Put our engineer down here, and that's both of our towers placed down. Round 10 blue balloons going by very well here. We're going to click deconstruction, then we're going to go to cleansing foam, which will enable us to pop both lead balloons and remove the camo status from camo balloons. But also removing the regrow aspect is nice as well. Round 95 could also be a pickle, because I have chosen the top crossbar for our Pirate Lord rather than the bottom crossbar, so that we could fire faster and shoot out more projectiles per time in which we fire out projectiles. I say that because we have both explosives and flaming hot red grapes, or purple grapes that have turned red. Going to leave our engineer be for quite a while, because we're going to get overclock once we get the Pirate Lord. Once upon a time, the Pirate Lord was such a powerful tower when it comes to its default attacks. Nowadays, it's lost its single target damage because the frags which spawn out of the cannons which it fires no longer affects the target in which the cannon initially hit it. So the frags that spawn out of the cannons, they only ever target a balloon which was not targeted by the cannon in the first place. So let's say, for example, the bad balloon. Those frags will do jack against it. Round 28, lead balloons, no problem. Both of our towers can deal with lead balloons, but only this one can damage DDTs with its grapes. It's hot grapes. If you're enjoying the video so far and you would like to see more videos like this in the future, and if you've not done so already, then please consider subscribing. We are very close to 10,000 subscribers now. It would be the world to me if we can reach that goal. In fact, if every single one of you right now clicks that subscribe button, we could actually be at 10,000 subscribers at this point in time by tomorrow. And for those of you who've watched my channel for a long time, you know what that means. Base Mortar 2 Megapops, which if you don't know is a different realm in comparison to Heavy Shells 2 Megapops and Shell Shock 2 Megapops, which are already in their own right very difficult. So what happens when you take away the Shell Shock damage along with the stun of Shell Shock, or you take away the bonus damage of the Heavy Shells to different targets, so let's say fortified targets or lead targets or Moabs as well, and I think ceramics also get bonus damage from it as well. So what happens when you have both of those aspects? Oh, also heavy shells fire faster as well. What happens when you remove any of those aspects? Well, you're going to have A, less damage, and B, you're not going to be able to affect as much of an area or stun balloons. So you got yourself a different challenge there altogether. Monkey Pirates is now acquired. I realize there's a lack of skeletons, or lack of skulls. We will soon have 2 skulls with glowy red eyes. Round 39, done and dusted. Let's just hook that one in. The only problem with getting pinned though when it comes to the foam is the fact that the balloon itself stays inside the influence of the foam for longer. So therefore you're kind of decreasing the amount of pierce in which you are giving out, because the balloon itself stays within its area of influence for longer. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it and it doesn't actually affect its capabilities, but I just feel like because if you're stuck somewhere for a long amount of time, therefore you're affecting that area for a longer period of time depending on what it is within that area. Round 47, are we going to have to contest with the camo regrow purples on this round alongside these regular... No wait, it's the next... I keep thinking that the camo regrow purples are on round 47 when they're actually on round 48. I definitely know they're not on round 49 because you get regrow rainbows on that round. No, the pierce of the cleansing foam is enough, so we don't have to worry about that. In more recent updates, the overclocks like cleansing foam and the Ultraboost cleansing foam, I believe, have been given pierce buffs, so therefore they're even more effective and it takes more balloons for the foam to be removed. or the time it expires, and then therefore they just get themselves removed automatically. See, some of these regrows are not being removed of their regrow property because the Pierce has been exceeded on that. You'll remove the leads, obviously. So there goes the first mow-up of this round, and now the second one. There we go. We don't have time for that shenanigans. We are very close to the Pirate Lord. Did you know that there's another Lord that's been introduced to this game? Maybe I should do a video on the Wizard Lord, Phoenix, Pirate Lord, Glaive Lord, and the newly introduced Lord to the game, Lord of the Abyss. And again, I've already done a video on that, not including Lord of the Abyss, but the other ones before the Lord of the Abyss actually came out. The reason why round 95 is going to be interesting is because of the sheer amount of camos in which we need to remove the camo status from. So I think in that round we need to Ultra Boost the Ultra Boost itself so that we can get more foam out. Ooh, look at that. Pierce cap being exceeded, but there's only one straggling, and it's in a good spot where anything that will return back around here will be decamified anyways. This could sound really stupid, but if round 100 had 2 bads, I think the Pirate Lord will actually do better against them rather than just 1 bad because of the lack of single target damage with frags that spawn out from the cannons. Right, lead balloons. Oh, there are some stragglers over there, so let us now move the foam up. Maybe need to move the foam over there, and there goes round, and there also goes round. Overclock time. For DDTs, we are solely relying on the hook ability along with hot grapes in order to damage them enough so they can be taken down. I'm not worried about round 95 as much as I think I should be. Should I be worried about round 95? I'm more worried about the first portion of that round, to be honest, than the DDTs of that round. Because yes, we can hook a number of them, but I think we'll be able to fire enough grapes out in order to damage and destroy all of the DDTs. It's just when they have more help in the form of fortified DDTs, that's when you gotta be really worried. Things said before disaster, and that was probably one of them. But one thing that the Pirate Lord has received a buff on recently is the fact it's now got twice the number of hooks than it did previously. In all of the lifetime in which the Pirate Lord has been within Balloons Tower Defense 6, it only ever had 3 hooks. But now it's got 6 hooks. But the only trade-off is that when it comes to ZMGs, it requires 3 of the 6 hooks in order to hook a ZMG. But it could only hook 1 ZMG before because it required 2 hooks. But now it's got double the hooks and only 1 more hook required in order to hook in a ZMG. You're doubling the amount of ZMGs you can pull in the first place. Right, we do have camo whites on this round, so I'm thinking if we apply the overclock to the overclock itself, we might... Oh, we don't have enough. Look at that single white balloon down there. We managed to do that. I think I'm going to put you towards near the back of the map where it actually joins up with that other track, which is pretty good, which means it won't conflict with the regular rainbow balloons that spawn out. Sometimes you just gotta be patient with your pirate hook ability, otherwise you may end up having a round that's taken longer than it should be. This is definitely not a speed run of this 2-tower chimps. That could actually be its own category, like how fast can you do a 2-tower chimps? Like obviously in most scenarios you want to complete it without any failures, like that's just a given, but how fast can you go through a particular round? Well, in that case I have the fastest time for Crossbow Master and Ultra Boost standing at around 4 hours of total gameplay time. 3 of those 4 hours was on round 99 itself. Half an hour of that was on round 98 and the rest was the other rounds. Now this would be very interesting because there's a grouped amount of BFBs. See how quickly those BFBs got taken down and one of them wasn't taken down? That's because of a single target damage removal. So therefore 2 of the 3 BFBs went down very quickly, but one of them didn't. Right, BFBs, be gone thy bot. Am I scared for round 78? Nah, I think it's the second lot of camo, or sort of ceramics, which you need to be a little bit concerned about, which is why I'm going to hold off with the overclock ability until they are close to spawning out. So I'm just going to hook you in because I can. It's the only BFB that spawns on the round. Let's see, purple balloons, no thank you. We're going to wiggle this around a little bit when we can. We're going to move you up here because you're just dealing with the regular targets anyway, so put you up here and put you over there, And because of a slowdown, there's more likely of a chance that they will be within the radius of that anyways. And that is how you decamify all of round 78. That would have been much harder with the previous amount of foam pierce on the overclock engineer, where you would have to actually move it about a bit more, and you have to, it feels like you have to decamify more than when in actuality each bit of foam now does more pierce, so therefore it lingers around for longer. Okay, we've got 45 BFBs on this round. Not to worry. I'm actually going to put you on last so you can do some additional damage to the first most BFB. And that one goes down just like that. Okay. Now the next one, just going to hook in the ZMG, and now free play rounds. Super ceramics though are not a walk in the park. We really need to ensure that we have the overclock on our Pirate Lord when we really need to, so that we can fire out more projectiles. I say that because we've got multiple forms of weaponry on board here. Okay, 45 BFBs, I'm looking to hook in all of those. Okay, I've done that, leaving us with just this BFB left, and that is round 82. A group of Moabs, no problem for our Pirate Lord here. And this is removing the regrow property and the camo property from these ceramics. Unless it's just regrows? But I swear sometimes there are a few of them which are camofied. Maybe that's just my imagination, imagining things which haven't existed at all throughout the game. Round 85. What are we going to do for this round? I'm so scared. Yoink. So that's round 86 gone. Okay, round 87. Yoink. And then when the second knock come out, yoink. Just like that. Now imagine when the Pirate Lord was much more powerful when it comes to its weaponry, and it still had its dart, along with having the 6 hooks that it does have now. Peak Pirate Lord performance. It was before the 40s when it comes to update wise, when the Pirate Lord, when it comes to its weaponry, was at its prime. Oh, I miss the good old days with the Pirate Lord. And again, I miss the good old days with Geraldo. But you can't have everything in life. 89. Few 45 BFBs left. I want to save the hooks for DDTs because we're not there yet when it comes to damage output in order to actually damage the DDTs enough to destroy them. I think we'll be able to destroy them on round 93. Okay, we need to actually wait for the DDTs to be decamified before we can hook them. There we go. There they are. This is it, you rodents. Prepare to be facing off an ultra boosted Pirate Lord. Now, it sounds really dumb, but I don't want to hook in any balloons for the time being in order to delay the round progression so that we can fit in more Ultra Boost boosts on our Pirate Lord. Like, just summon your Ultra Boost as soon as you have the ability to cast it off. We don't want to be wasting any time here because we are going to be at a point where we need to apply the Ultra Boost on the Ultra Boost engineer itself around 95, and I want to fit as many of these multiplication spanners as I possibly can. Can we do enough damage on this round? Yes we can actually. We can do enough damage on that round. Round 94. I think we might need to hold off from our next usage of Ultra Boost. Just because I feel like we're going to do too much damage against all of these ZMGs, so yeah, I'm going to hold off from using it just to be safe, because I feel like if I try and use another Ultra Boost on this, we're not going to be able to use it for round 95. And we want to kind of use it as early on as possible on round 95. There we go. Ultra Boost that, and we should have enough Pierce to be able to get through this now. Okay, so some of them are kind of leaking through, but the stragglers are being decamified. Oh, no, no, no. One of them is going down there. No! That's a problem. What about as soon as you're popped, actually? You're being dealt with, so therefore you can be popped, and hopefully... Yeah, this looks much better already, because we're not trying to combat with the ones which are already being decamified. I mean, the problem is not as severe, but it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. The problem's still there, and now we've got ourselves these issues to deal with. Okay, now we can do that. We're going to hook in some of these. Okay, those last purples were dealt with. That's a really tough round. Some of them are still escaping. I wonder if it's down to the priority of our Pirate Lord. Because we want to do as much non-primary damage towards DDTs as much as we can, so then hopefully they can actually receive more damage from the hot shots. Oh, goodness sakes, that was almost it. Oh, the damage is just so random at times. That's the problem with the Pirate Lord. It's also when it's just the loose ceramics that escape. That's really annoying. Oh, come on, really? There's stuff like that that is really annoying. It's like, here's a breakthrough of this DDT. I'm honestly doubting this 2-tower chimps now. I've been at this for at least half an hour now. I'm around 95, and it's the last few DDTs which just keep making their way through their our defenses. So honestly, probably think this might be around what 94 timing error of my Ultraboost. Perhaps I should have used it on our engineer before the round started, so then I can actually get the Ultraboost on the Pirate Lord. But also the fact that, could I have gone with Monkey Pirates and then Ultraboost, then Pirate Lord? But I was just thinking, damage-wise, it's not going to cut it. And also, round 90 would just be Monkey Pirates. I don't think that's going to fly somehow. So I'm going to leave this one hanging up, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry that I couldn't complete it. Yeah, the Pirate Lord, aside from its hooks, has definitely fallen off from its prime, Apache prime, but this is where I'm going to leave this particular 2-tower chimps. Like, perhaps it's still possible, but it just requires a little bit more of a better player than myself, let's just say that. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comment sections below, and yeah, you can tell that I've not even tried to attempt this because we've got this screen before we actually try and do anything here. Like, no, I'm not even going to attempt this, and nobody can attempt to persuade me otherwise. Actually, it's really easy if you shut up. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone, and take care of yourselves.